What's up, guys? How you doing? My name's Frosty. Today we're back with the Burnley career mode. I almost said the Wolfsburg career mode. You guys actually voted for the Wolfsburg career mode to go away so that I could focus on this one, and that's what we're going to do. Now, the first game in this video is actually against Manchester City, but it's in the Capital One Cup. I thought I'd spare you from the highlights except for the one goal because I jumped into this game without realizing that it was the Capital One Cup, and that's pretty meaningless. You know, I care a little bit about the FA Cup, you know, because we're Burnley, but I still don't care about the Capital One Cup, excuse me. But Bassetti nonetheless scores us the game-winning goal, his first with the club, and we got a cheeky 1-0 win, going on ultra defensive the whole time. One shot, one on target, 43% possession. Just a nice win, but that 1,700 euros definitely makes that win worth it. 20 minutes I'll never get back, but here we go. I'm against West Brom, Albion. Foster, Wisdom, Olsen, Jordi Lescott, Canagli, Malumbu, Gardner, Sessignon, Brunt, Seydou Berahino, and Idie. This is a decent team, but, I mean, lower league tables, teams in the table we need to be beating, and that is exactly what West Bromwich Albion is. And they did come across the first real chance in this game. The ball just falls over to Idie, but thankfully Heaton gets the ball, and somehow it goes off our own player for a corner, but they did not score that chance. And I was playing keeper here. On these new one-on-one attacks, that's what I'm going to start doing to stop it. It's so OP. But I wasn't even diving that game. Usually a red little circle will come up, but it didn't there, and he just nutmegs the defender, and if that was on target, that would have been a goal. So I got to be careful when I'm switching to my keeper, but thankfully a goal was averted. Now here's our first real chance of the game right before halftime. Vokes. That finish left a lot to be desired. Probably should not have tried to chip him, but what can I say? When the chip life chooses you, it chooses you. And that one goes off the post. So frustrating for Danny Ings, who hasn't scored in a couple of games. And it was so close, just off the post. That's how I scored the majority of my chips. And then, look at that. That's how it goes out for a corner. And that corner is going to result in a goal. Just the last couple of goals that have been scored on me have been just really frustrating. All off of set pieces. All off of just bullshit, if I'm honest. But what can you do? FIFA's going to be FIFA. And that's why we have no sportsmanship for the legendary and world-class CPU. But we do get another chance. We're just passing around beautifully, actually, here in the 58th minute. Threw ball over to him, and that touch was just terrible by Danny Ings. Still struggling with him. Not sure what we're going to do about him, because he's our best player overall. He's our best player as far as potential, so it's just, I mean, I don't really know what to do because it's not really all that realistic for me to get rid of him and get a replacement, but at the same time I don't want us to be struggling with him, so I'm not exactly really sure what I'm going to do about him. His contract is actually expiring pretty soon, but when we need a goal, he got us one in this game. I cannot complain about that. That was a crucial goal. Just a nice little through ball there, soft through ball, and he finishes it into the bottom left corner, far side away from the keeper. Great goal from him, and that game ends up 1-1. Now, Brizgalov is coming back from injury. That's good news. However, when you look at team management, he actually still has the Band-Aid thing. You know, they're telling me that I shouldn't play him, so he's not actually starting. And 7 minutes in, we concede our first goal. Never good to start off 1-0 down, but that's exactly what we did. So it is very frustrating still with Brizgalov having that injury-prone trait. And wow, what a goal that would have been. That would have been such a beautiful boogie, but it's just not quite there. That would have been such a nice goal. I probably should have just ran around the keeper and scored an easy one, but when the chip life chooses you, it chooses you. And then these are the kind of goals that just kind of happen when you're on all-out attack, trying to push forward. Even when your keeper makes a nice save, they're there for the rebounds. I'm not going to complain about Heaton not catching it there. I mean, I shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. But in our next game, we're coming up against West Ham. We really need to get some points. We fell in this episode 2 spots down the table. By the way, guys, I didn't show you as many clips from that last game because it was just a dull game overall for both teams, I guess. But really, just looking at Brizgalov, looking at that injury-prone trait, I'm definitely not going to play him in this game because if he has the injury-prone trait and he has the Band-Aid, he's definitely getting injured because he always gets injured even when he doesn't have the Band-Aid on. So I'm not playing him in our next game, and there's just it's only 1 overall, but the step off between Brizgalov and Keane, I've only played with him for like 40 minutes in 2 games before him getting injured, but he just feels so much better than Keane. So I'm really just anxious for him to get back. But looking at this table, we fell 2 spots in the table in this episode, moving us down to 17th, 1 spot out of the relegation zone. I don't want to go in the relegation zone once this whole year, which means that we really need to get some points in this next episode against West Ham and one other team. So next episode is going to be a big episode because we don't want to get ourselves in a hole trying to climb out. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I've decided that I'm going to do 2 Burnley career mode episodes. Like, this is one, then I'll post another one tomorrow. I think I'll probably be able to post one tomorrow, and then I'll post an FIFA Ultimate Team video. So 2 career mode videos for every 1 Ultimate Team video. And the next Ultimate Team video that I'm actually going to be doing is the Chip Life Challenge, where I can only shoot chip shots for the whole game. Hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully you guys like this episode. And if you did, make sure to drop a huge thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and I appreciate it a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.